We visit random grocery stores, the series. Funky places modern civilians go to buy food. Stew Leonard's.
Stew Leonard.
This is a grocery store with only 8 locations. It's only located in the states of Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. This isn't a new grocery store created by Kylie Jenner or Hailey Bieber. No, it's from way back in 1969.
Summer of 69!
And now...
In 1969, the Charles Manson murders happened.
Way back in 1983, the New York Times said, Stew Leonard's is the Disneyland of dairy stores. Wow!
What?
So guess who created this store?
Some whimsical fellow, I would guess.
Well, guess what his name is?
Oh, Stew Leonard.
Yeah! It should also be mentioned that this is considered the world's largest dairy store. We're gonna be checking out the location in Paramus, New Jersey.
This is also both of our first times actually in New Jersey. Like, not just going to whatever airport's there. This is our first New Jersey day, ever. Before entering, we saw a giant boulder with the rules of the store. So you're like, okay, this is our first time here. We gotta know what the rules are. Rule number 1, the customer is always right. Rule number 2, if the customer is ever wrong, reread rule number 1. So basically, they're giving you full liberty to be the biggest a-hole. I wanted to yell at a manager.
Moo! That's what was on the shopping cart.
Moo! Right when you enter Stew Leonard's, you are smashed with so much smell. And it was the smell of those burning nuts in the middle of malls, you know, how they always burn nuts. And that is such a good smell. Like, immediately you are ready to drop some bands on some food.
And then you keep walking and you see this coffee shop and all of your senses are invaded with the most delicious coffee smell.
Right from the get-go, you get assaulted by scent, but in a good way.
Right off the bat, we realized, yeah, this is literally the IKEA of grocery stores. You actually walk through a maze to see the whole grocery store.
Yeah, you can't avoid any aisles. So if you have a little addiction to sweets or you have a little soft spot for frozen nuggets and you always try to avoid them, you can't do that here. You're gonna have to pass every temptation that the grocery store has to offer.
Oh my gosh, is that a flying cow? Ah!
Sally from the office told me she would date me when cows flew. So I sent her a photo. Sally, you have to date me now. You have to marry me.
It was about 6 o'clock, but I was like, I don't care, I'm getting a coffee. I actually ended up getting the pumpkin chai latte. So delicious. I've always thought pumpkin tastes so similar to chai. This just proves my point. They're so similar and mixing them together complements both.
Basically just a milkshake, like a light milkshake.
People love the big cookie at Stew Leonard's. It was gone, there was none left.
I tell him eat the cookie cause it's good for him. And when he eat the cookie, he got good form. People love the cookie in New Jersey.
You could tell that this grocery store shines with their Stew Leonard's branded items. 70% of the grocery store, maybe even like close to 90, was their own Stew Leonard's brand.
It's sort of like Buc-ee's and Trader Joe's. Like, they ain't gonna give money to Doritos when they can make Stew Leonard's Doritos, you know?
Your worldview gets shrunk and you only see Stew Leonard and you forget that anything exists and like,
oh my gosh, the first entertainment show of the grocery store trip, and we even saw it was about to start because there's a timer.
It's the Country Jamboree.
Nobody else was stopping to watch it. And it looked like people were like looking at us funny how we were like had cameras up ready. We were in the audience, but like nobody else was really stopping. They're just used to it maybe.
I have never been to a grocery store where there's dog animatronics singing country to you. I am totally amazed, but then it baffled me seeing the regular New Jersey people just walk past it like it was nothing. Like
they saw that the Jamboree country thing was about to start and they just walked past it. I wanted to pull the back of their shirt and see, did you see? It's about to start.
What if you died and your soul got stuck into one of these Stew Leonard's animatronics? I would just be mad. But then again, maybe I wouldn't be mad. I don't know. I don't know what I'd think after I die and I get turned into a Stew Leonard's animatronic.
This is beautiful. Look at all of those juices and the ice, the neon sign behind it. Like, this is for the millennials!
Stew's best cookies. Yeah, we said it, so it's true.
There's no way to actually find out the best cookie because, you know, everyone's different. Like, these are Stew's best cookies. Huh. They had so many different types of rice cakes. Big, little, small, thick, thin. I saw these little thin magic pop rice cakes.
Yes, I like rice cakes, but I didn't know like rice cakes were like such a big thing at this grocery store.
And I love how this is designed because you can fit so much on it. Like regular rice cakes, they're so thick. Like what's the point? Like we want more surface to put items.
We were staying at the Hampton Inn and unfortunately we woke up too late to get the continental breakfast, so we had to resort to these rice cakes. And I gotta say, these are definitely better than the normal rice cakes. When you eat the regular rice cakes, it cuts up your mouth. It's so thick, it falls everywhere.
Oh, that pisses me off. I've eaten a plain rice cake recently because I had nothing else to eat and I needed like something before I worked out. The whole time I was pissed off. It was falling all over my shirt, going into the recliner. So now there's all this shit in my recliner that I have to dig out. I would have rather like put peanut butter on it, but just alone, like it wasn't bad.
I gotta say, I'm a fan, Stew.
Same, you did that, Stew. Hot bagels, hey, get them while they're hot.
And of course they can't just have a sign that says hot bagels. They need a bagel man going side to side. Throughout the store, they have little dolls swinging from this can mechanism contraption thing.
Pop it, twist it! These little girlies are having fun around the whole store.
It is.
Oh yeah, and didn't we see later on in the store that somehow this is associated with Disney?
There was an upside down cow and we were like, oh, so there's just randomly a demonic upside down cow? But then there was a sign that said one of the Stews, I don't know if it was Stew Jr. or the original Stew, they went to college with one of the CEOs of Disney, and then they visited Disney, and one of the Imagineers said something like, good designs start with gravity doesn't matter. So then they put the upside down cow there. Taste test, we got some of the apple cider donuts. Oh wait, no, apple cider donut holes, but we were left confused because they actually were mini donuts. They weren't donut holes.
Yeah, they were holes of donuts, but then they also had a hole.
I didn't taste any apple, but I did taste a lot of cinnamon.
I did try apple cider at some point in grade school, and I remember hating it. Because I was like, ew, it's so hot. Oh my God. I loved these though. And they're kind of addicting.
Both of us enjoyed it, but we weren't like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But then a few days later, the cup of donuts was gone.
And it's kind of funny that they were in a cup. They kind of know that you're gonna put these in your little cup holder and say, I'm just gonna have one and I'll give the rest away. Then you keep every day picking one out. Oh, let me have two, let me have three. Before you know it, the cup holder cup is empty and you ate every Stew Leonard's donut hole. And now you're gonna buy more and more and more.
Now we're entering the produce part of the store, and they had this striped red and white fabric above, which kind of reminded me of an old-timey storefront.
Kind of gives circus energy too. A little freak show might be happening under that tent.
Right in front of us, the avocado girls were performing. There was an avocado singing, there was an avocado playing the guitar, and there was an avocado playing maracas?
Oh yeah. Now they were having a ball up there, the chicas aguacate.
They have entire songs created for this grocery store, and I'm pretty sure you can listen to these songs on Spotify or anything.
I haven't even listened to the whole discography, but the Avocado Girl song does get stuck in your head.
We're avocados, we're avocados.
We're avocados, we're avocados.
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Right in front of the avocado girls was guacamole. And if you really are falling into the fantasy of the avocado girls, wouldn't you kind of want to be ethical and not... I don't know, I guess I'm just thinking about it, and guacamole would technically be putting them in a grinder and killing them. That's so sad.
But it kind of seems like they want to be eaten because they're already cut in half while they're singing, and they're happy from being cut in half. And then
That's
you just,
true.
if you think about it, otherwise they're gonna rot. They're probably more the vibe of like, please eat me, I'm about to rot. I'm plump and ripe.
Okay, you opened my eyes. I feel like Stew Leonard's already thought about that. It's this whole thing where even though they only get 3 days to live, they enjoy those 3 days, and it's so much fun.
They want to be eaten. There's celery, then a big celery?
Ah, there's a banana lady, and she's sitting on a banana.
This is the Chiquita banana. She's just at the point now where she can just sit there and people will applaud. Doesn't really need to do anything anymore.
But also you can tell by her eyes that she's seen some shit. She's been in the showbiz for quite a while. She knows those ups and downs.
She is keeping it cute for now, but she's like, if anyone tries it, I could end a lot of people. With the info she has,
Yeah.
she's like, I could end whole industries.
Ooh, Stewie the Duck flipping around. He was singing a little tune, but then right in front of Stewie the Duck was another huge performance. Stew's farm fresh line. There's milk, there's butter, there's eggs, and they're all doing one big performance like we're at the Grammys or something. You could say that the avocado girls were doing more of a pop performance, but I would say the farm fresh band at Stew Leonard's is doing more of a singer-songwriter route. It's more naturalistic music.
I was enjoying it at this point, but this is where the overstimulation was starting to creep in because I was trying to take in the dairy boys. The avocado girls were screeching from my side and they were yelling. Everything was starting to cave in for a moment. Then I looked to the side and there was a flipping duck. For a moment, I thought I was about to scream.
Ah!
I feel like Rich the Dairy Man pulled me back with his soothing song.
There was cows right above the milk. There was chickens right above the eggs. We were just in awe, but then a mom and her kid walked past us and they could tell we thought it was amazing, and the mom pressed a button below the chickens that said push, and then the chickens started doing a performance where they laid an egg. It was slightly awkward because the mom kind of looked disappointed when she pressed the button. Like, she kind of gave the vibe of, wait, why do you guys think this is cool? You guys aren't even kids. But,
We're entering the meaty area, so of course they have it all themed. The butcher shop, some cow horns or whatever.
we could tell we were getting to the more expensive part of the grocery store because there was a big TV screen where you could tell you were being filmed.
Yeah, they're just letting you know, don't try it. Everything is being filmed.
We're at one of the most bizarre grocery stores. Of course they can't just have chicken. They need to have naked chicken. Famous people shop at Stew Leonard's. I don't know if I've been to a grocery store that had 8 different photos of the celebrities that shop there. There's Jimmy Fallon, Martha Stewart. If the homeware diva herself shops here, Martha Stewart, then I'm assuming it's one of the best grocery stores.
We didn't know if we were at the level because of our YouTube channels, if we could be on the wall, so we just kept telling people who worked there, like, oh, by the way, like, are they doing more photos and stuff? But they said that they weren't doing it that day.
I pressed the button and cowbells noise started playing.
Oh yeah, I love how you can just press things and these obnoxious sounds come out. Like,
Whenever I would press the button, I would have in the back of my mind, will the customers at this store get annoyed? Because these are pretty loud. But no one was annoyed. Everyone that shops at this grocery store is like so used to, okay, yes, there's gonna be so many loud noises.
click the button and our rooster barges out the doors and roosters out away.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Yes, the store is set up like a maze. You have to walk through everything. But there is shortcuts through the maze, and also in the middle of the grocery store is kind of a more open space where you can enter different parts of the maze. So you don't actually have to go through the entire maze. You can just go to the end of the maze, the middle of the maze. You can take shortcuts. Like, you won't actually get stuck in a maze.
Yeah, I think they made that for claustrophobic people so they know there is a way out. But for the most part, I think basically everybody went through the maze. Like, that's kind of part of the fun.
I don't think I've ever seen this at a grocery store. They have party rooms.
People probably have their weddings here even.
Fresh seafood, and they have a huge lobster.
Lobster straight from the Jersey Shore.
There was a sample and it said hot buttered lobster, so I was expecting some hot buttered lobster, but I'm pretty sure it was more of a Cajun barbecue salmon. While we were eating it, there was an employee just looking at us kind of giggling. I think it just came off as silly that we were so excited about a sample, filming it. It probably looked like we were Amish people and this was our first time going to a grocery store or something.
Ew, what is that? This is perverted. Call me a prude, but stuff like this shouldn't be allowed.
I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to assume it's some new fetish or something.
Yeah, I didn't look into it. I don't want to know. If it's not hurting anyone, pop off, but...
We were in the cheese area, and I think this might be my favorite character at Stew Leonard's. Miss Diva Cheese.
And she has her own little niche. Like, she's more of a vocalist. Like, she's actually hitting notes, belting, more of a Mariah Carey vibe, I guess you could say.
I gotta say, she is a diva.
I just love how she could have gone on American Idol. She could have gone on The Voice. There's so many options nowadays, but she just wants to sing at Stew Leonard's. It's all about the singing. She doesn't care about money.
I know, it's more...
Women aren't getting paid that much.
Now we're entering the Hot To Go section, sponsored by Chaperone. HOTGOGO, you can take me hot to go. They had a bunch of options. Pizza, sushi, sandwiches, a burger station. Mrs. Leonard's kitchen? Okay, I wonder what she's cooking up. But the most important part is the buffet. Because me and Lucas were two hungry men. Blow a load at the Stew Leonard's buffet.
It's like other grocery store buffets where you just get a carton and you just load it up however much you want. It's sort of like Yogurtland, actually. And then they have a scale at the end and they weigh it.
I don't know, but something about filling up my tray with all the Stew Leonard's buffet food just gave me such a smile.
Yeah, we actually both got different containers to throw our slop into. I got more of the metal container, you did the cardboard. It turns out the donkey was sort of the spokesperson for the chicken noodle soup. He was sort of trying to, convince you to get the soup. Maybe he gets a kickback if you get that?
I pressed the donkey button and it said to me, also get a soda pop. He was just trying to make you buy a bunch of stuff. But I guess all of the animatronics are trying to make you buy stuff. The avocado goes avocado, the cheese.
He's just sort of shilling out these other product placements. It wasn't authentic to me.
There was a bunch of hot grinders. No, I'm not talking about the gay app grinder. Why is your head in the gutter? I'm talking about these sandwiches. I was actually so excited seeing this because I've heard that sandwiches are called grinders, sort of on the East Coast in the New England area. No free samples or tasting.
We've all seen the viral video of the old man sipping the soup from the Whole Foods hot bar. People don't understand that you need to spell it out for them.
Now it's time to check out. They have self-checkouts and I spent $71. But I did see that if you spend $100, you get a free ice cream cone.
Yeah, we thought about adding in some other items to get over 100 because we thought somehow it would save money, but then we realized if we're just gonna not eat this food, that actually wouldn't be saving money.
There was this little dining area right outside of the Stew Leonard's. It was sort of in a shopping mall. It's time for the big Stew Leonard's dinner!
Eat!
So we're gonna start out with one of their famous lobster rolls. It costs $10.99. You could buy these in packs of 3s. This was also a cold item.
I think I've only ever had like one lobster roll before this, so I'm not very versed in the world. But when I ate it, I was kind of confused. So I was like, this tastes good, but I don't really taste lobster.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is really good, but it sort of tasted more like a deli sandwich to me. Yes, it was a lobster roll, but I just kept thinking, are we 100% sure this isn't like a ham and Swiss?
My taste buds were giving me the same vibes. Like I was just tasting more of a Subway footlong type thing.
This is more of a tuna salad lobster roll. I was about to say this lobster roll was dumb, but I'm taking that back. I actually think it's pretty glorious for what it is.
Yeah, I know. I feel like all the Stew Leonard's fans watching this, like, they would report this video if you said it was bad, so we should just say it's good.
Now we're moving on to the sushi. This is the chef's special sushi roll, so we had to get it. It's classic grocery store sushi. It has that fake little grass thing. I was disappointed because I realized that all it was imitation crab and shrimp tempura. I was hoping for some more fishy fish. Like I wanted some tuna or salmon.
If you get grocery store sushi, I love when it just tastes like grocery store sushi. Something about it is so good. The cold rice, like how it's all mushed. Like I actually genuinely love this type of sushi. I just love this gas station grocery store type sushi roll.
Sort of gummy in a way.
Yeah, it's
Pasta bolognese.
First of all, we both got some pasta bolognese, and I was excited to try this because we were in Jersey. And when I think of Jersey, I picture these people like cooking up good pasta. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And they're putting love into it. They're cooking it up for the Sunday dinner. But then when I ate it, I was a little bit disappointed because I just know Snooki and stuff, like they would do it. I think something happened today at Stew Leonard's. Like it's supposed to be different.
Bleh was all I was thinking because I didn't really have any flavor.
I just remember on the Sunday family dinners on the Jersey Shore show, their pasta did not look like this.
Both of us got some macaroni and cheese. There was normal macaroni and cheese and then macaroni and cheese with bacon. It was these big shells gooped with cheese and it was gooey, it was messy, it tasted exactly like our mom's homemade macaroni and cheese. I know none of you guys have tried that, but that's all I can describe it as.
I got the bacon one. It was just so good. Just that classic yellow mac and cheese. Like, you know, sometimes you have these white mac and cheeses and they are good, but sometimes it's good to just throw it back to the yellow mac. Yellow. Italian meatballs. Again, I know New Jersey is more than just Jersey Shore, but it makes me think of Dina and Snooki and how they both called themselves meatballs. And sometimes they would be like, let's have a meatball day, and like that just meant like being all loud and getting drunk and stuff. Like, so I was so excited to eat a meatball in Jersey.
And these were some tasty Jersey meatballs.
Yes, I can just picture Snooki and Dina eating these on a meatball day.
Now that I'm thinking about it though, I don't think I've ever had a bad meatball. They're always good.
Oh yeah, they always are.
Whether it's spongy, whether it's tough, I just love them.
One of the best meatballs is frozen meatballs.
Yeah, those are
So
good.
I got this chicken breast that was in like this lemon broth, but when I ate it, it literally was just dry chicken breast. But I mean, what was I expecting? To my credit though, I was expecting sort of a lemon vibe. I mean, it was just a good piece of dry chicken breast.
It was a good piece of dry chicken.
Yeah.
Both of us got wings. I think I was on my second or third wing. I was mid-body. And somehow it was the perfect moment when me and Lucas were both gazing off into the distance. And there was a family of, it was a mom and dad and 3 children. Both of us saw this child, he was probably like 6 years old, 5, 4, somewhere around there. He vomited all over the table. It wasn't just a cute little tiny vomit. It was this big milk vomit with chunks in it.
White spewing vomit, and it like somehow went like 360, covered the whole table, immediately went to the floor. That's when I decided I'm not gonna let it ruin my dinner though either.
This is when I realized we are actually some of the most disgusting people here. There was the puke family, me and Lucas. There was like some woman by herself and then a couple in the corner. Both of those people left. left. It was just the puke family and me and Lucas. Why are we still eating our food and we don't even have a grossed out face? Like, shouldn't we be moving? Like someone literally just puked in front of us. Like, that's disgusting. But neither of us were grossed out. It was more of a funny comedy movie thing.
Yeah, I was trying so hard to hide my laughing, but I just couldn't help it. Like, something about it was just so funny. Hogan, I think also the reason why we weren't so grossed out, we were saying, is because it's a kid. If an adult did that, I think I would actually be like, oh, I'm disgusted. But like, if a kid does it, it isn't as gross, you know?
Definitely, yeah.
So I finished up my slop, and for my dessert, I had the final piece of sushi.
And then for my dessert, I decided to hit up the ice cream shop. Yes, they have an ice cream shop with cones and such.
I mean, you got it. It's the world's biggest dairy store. You gotta have the dairy ice cream.
True. I decided to get the pumpkin ice cream cone. I love pumpkin desserts. Damn, boom. This was such a good pumpkin cone. It was more of a subtle pumpkin. It wasn't like, oh, punch you in the face, I'm about to go brain dead. It was more of a meditation pumpkin cone.
And before you leave, a cow pops its head out of a window and moos at you. That means bye in cow language.
We probably spent a solid 2 hours in Stew Leonard's.
It was more than a grocery store experience. Felt more like going to a pumpkin patch or like I don't know, just something more elevated. Thank you for making the world just a little bit more magical.
Bye, Stu.
See you, Stu.